Good afternoon and greetings from California.
And greetings from New York.
How are you doing this Saturday afternoon?
I'm doing good. I am off today. I am just recovering from last night. It is a chill day for me over here. I am not leaving my house.
Oh, it is a chill day for me too. I will be leaving my house to pick up some pizza. Um, but that's probably it for my schedule today. I'm
Yeah,
going to be getting ready for my show with Dr. Heavenly on Tuesday at 6.
congratulations, by the way. Like, I really enjoyed y'all's episode last week. Like, y'all just really flowed. The chemistry was there. And, you kind of gave like you gave professional vibe, like not too Wendy Williams. You know what I mean?
I know when to rein it in.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Like you reined it in, you kept it cute.
I can keep it cute and I can also let it loose.
Yeah, because I saw the the Carlos King shade. Oh my god! Like one of the supporters, one of the Biffles was in the chat, and they was just talking about thick tongue, and I was just like, is he gonna address it?
And I kept it as cute as I possibly could so we could skate right on by because it really isn't that big of a deal.
Yeah. So it's gonna be every Tuesday.
At 6.
Great. I love that. I'm just eating candy right now. I'm just
Oh, I'm having a Dorito. They were
uh
on they were on sale. I got them 2 for 6.
they're rarely on sale too these days. Like it was like almost $6. Like
I At CVS it was buy one get one 50. And I said, okay, let me go on and see if Walgreens has a better offer. You got to be drugstore hopping these days.
I mean, that's the trick. Like there's a Target near me and they have the chips out. Like the shit be like $5.69, like borderline $6. But you just like no one buys it until it's on sale. No one
No,
buys it until it's on sale. Mm.
I mean, why would you? It's too high. Unless you're paying for it with a corporate card. Mm-mm.
Inflation is getting everybody these days. Like,
I,
other than
I was gonna say I'm to the point where all I can do with groceries is just order from Amazon.
it's crazy. I just wanted to buy a movie ticket, and I was like, wait, when did movie tickets become like $25 for not even IMAX? Like just regular, like going to the movies on opening weekend. Like my God.
I, I when I go to the movies, usually Brian pays
Okay, that's
because
great.
he'll just call me and be like, "I got tickets for this. You want to come see it?" And I'm like, "Okay."
Yeah,
Um,
no, I think I'm going to use my free movie pass that I got from watching. What was the last movie I saw? Oh, Deadpool. It was a terrible experience or whatever because they had to stop the movie and it wasn't 3D, so they gave everyone like free passes.
I just saw A Quiet Place 3. I wait to see it at home.
We might as well these days. Like
I
it came out 2 months ago, didn't it? Like 2 or 3 months ago.
Yeah, honestly, like I'm just going to invest in a nicer TV and like a more comfortable couch to give myself a theater experience at home. Like, really, all I need is like blackout curtains so that way it can be movie theater dark.
Right.
But everything else, I am getting a mini fridge for my couch. I think like that's the coolest thing in the world. So I can have like cold Pepsi, you got your little mini popcorn popper. Like I want it all right there where I can be comfortable. My chick, like I don't want to go to the theater anymore. It's too expensive. Thank you, sipping the Monty.
Yeah, thank you. Happy Saturday, guys.
It's for me, the theater, it used to be, it was fun when I could go to the movies with my mom when I was like 9, and both of us could get out of there for $20. And that's with snacks.
I feel like when you lived here, though, you used to go to the movies a lot.
I went with you. So we did it and we would do the videos for the show.
You know what? We did. It just felt like, that's the only ways you probably go, So yeah, that's true, actually. Because it was hard trying to get you out the house sometimes.
I mean, it was always so damn cold.
True. Well, let's get into these hot topics, shall we? What to start with? Let's just get out the way. So Tom Girardi has been found guilty. Guilty. Is anyone surprised? His ass needs to be locked up. I'm really glad. He was found guilty of 4 counts of wire fraud, of embezzling more than $15 million from his clients over several years. It was a 13-day trial. And let's see, I think his sentencing is in December. And he's facing 20 years for each count. So a total of 80 years. I just say lock him up until he dies. That's what I would prefer.
Yeah. Just say life.
Just give him 5 years per count. That's 20 years. Or, yeah. Instead of 20 years per count.
Give him the 20. Give him the 20. Put it on the books.
Right. I'm trying to think of something else that happened. Like, where does that leave Erica Jane?
I was going, well, now her husband is a criminal, so she can say, I didn't know, and she's a victim as well, which is the truth. She didn't steal from them people. She benefited from it, but she unwittingly benefited from it.
I heard what she's facing, though, is like what she can't get away from is like taxes, or like when he filed bankruptcy, like the debt has to go somewhere. I think not from like particularly the case, but just other things like where they're like defaulted.
It'll be interesting to see what she owes the IRS. But because he's a criminal, I don't know, are they going to charge her? Are they going to say she's responsible? It'll be interesting to see what happens.
Interesting.
Well, the IRS don't play.
Yeah.
And if you can't come up with it, they'll put you in jail.
Yes. I definitely do that.
But then again, if there was fraud, I want to see how that shakes out. I want to see, they're not going to tax them on stolen money. You can't tax someone for stolen money because that money has to be given back.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't know. I wonder what taxes he really would owe other than what he would owe for like what he legally made.
Well, I just heard that she was in trouble too. Like she needs to file for bankruptcy down the line because they're still going to try to get, like, she can't avoid all this stuff when they were married.
Oh yeah, she's bankrupt forever.
But the $1 million question, I guess a lot of people want to know is, do they think that she knew whether or not? Because it's going to be something hard to prove. Can't prove it. It's fine. But I think she knew. But they proved in a court of law that the money was funneled to, like, what is it, Erica, EJ
Global.
Yeah, like they proved it. But it's still not her fault particularly. So
right. Exactly. It's like she was used as a patsy. She was used like everybody else was. Even though it's tough to look at her as a victim, she's a victim too.
Yeah, because she didn't come on the Beverly Hills as like the dumb blonde. Like she came in there smart. Like she was aware, like, yes, I know this man can be my grandfather, but I'm living a soft life right now and I want to be a pop star. And he made it happen. Like, I feel like she was very aware. So then, like, fast forward to when, the news drop and shit hits the fan. She's like, oh my God, I didn't know. Like, he was so mean to me. Like, okay, girl, okay.
But how would you know that he was embezzling?
I mean,
you see all this money coming in. He's got the Erin Brockovich movie, for crying out loud. Like, everybody thought you're actually making this money.
I mean, if that's the case,
we didn't know that they spent it.
They spent it. What about Phaedra and Apollo? Do you think Phaedra knew what Apollo was doing?
Yes. And here's why. Because now, here's the difference. Why Erica didn't know what he was doing and why Phaedra knew. Because Apollo didn't have a job making that kind of money. Now, if Apollo, let's say he was in car sales or in real estate, you could see like, okay, you're attractive in real estate. You're going to make that kind of money. You're doing barber work and personal training. You're not bringing in Louis Vuitton sneaker, $5,000 at the strip club money. If you're one of the top lawyers in the nation, yeah, I expect you to have private planes and posh houses and lavish vacations because you're supposed to be pulling in that kind of money. With Apollo, it's obvious that money was coming from scams and schemes because you don't have any kind of industry where you should be making that kind of money.
Okay. And then going to the fact that Tom was bribing people too. So, yeah, that white privilege,
I think Erica found out when it was too late. Mm-hmm. I think she found out like when she was already up to her eyeballs.
Mm-hmm.
I think she found out maybe 2 years before everything went public, but it was already too late.
Yeah. Well, we will find out in December what his sentencing will be. And yeah, I guess we'll find out more about it on Housewives of Beverly Hills when it premieres. And speaking of which, of premieres, Bravo has dropped their fall lineup, and Potomac and Beverly Hills are coming back this year. Along with New York and Salt Lake City, they'll all be going on at the same time.
Yes.
We are back in business, y'all.
Oh.
We are back in business because it has been a drought.
Awful. It has been awful. Fire the director of programming. Bravo is like, y'all better get it together for this winter and I'm glad you got fall ready. Make sure that winter 2025 is ready as well. Keep filming. You better get Girls Trip back going on.
And then after that, we still have Married to Medicine, whenever that's coming out. I mean, there's been whispers of it this year, but I feel like they're gonna want something to fill in like after Potomac. So I feel like we're not going to get Married to Medicine until 2025, but we'll see.
We'll see. I'll check my sources.
Like Agatha. And then Housewives of Atlanta, which is definitely coming 2025. I'm not really sure what to expect from it. But yeah.
Bravo needs a new black show.
They do.
Bravo needs a new, strong black show. Like, I feel like Atlanta has given us 15 fabulous, well, let's just say 15 fabulous years. They've really given us 12 great seasons.
Right.
And 3 iffies. But it is time for Bravo to invest in its Black viewers as we have invested in that network. It's time. I know you tried with Martha's Vineyard. Try again. Try harder. Try
I
harder.
totally forgot about that. I totally forgot about Martha's Vineyard. Thank you for reminding me.
Damn. I mean, that show barely cold in the ground and people already forgot all about it because they weren't memorable. Two, you you're gonna have to get also, you know what, Bravo, while I have you on the line, you got to get some different test groups. You need to hire me because you need to know what Black is. You got the definition of Black right with the Housewives of Atlanta and Housewives of Potomac. I don't know what your standard of Black is for Martha's Vineyard, but it wasn't Black enough. It wasn't. That's why it did not click with the community. It was, we were like,
I mean, some people really enjoyed it. And it was along for the ride. For me, it wasn't even that it wasn't Black enough. Like it had an all Black cast, but it just didn't resonate because there were no stars. I felt like they were doing things that like me and my friends can just easily do. Martha's Vineyard, I mean, what is there to do outside of, like, it seemed like they were just doing COVID activities at home and stuff like that. Like, could they really like just go out? Like, I don't know. I just want them to do like some luxurious stuff, like maybe go on a yacht or something, or I don't know. Like, I just want it to be more entertaining.
I mean, they did go on a yacht. They did go on a boat. They went on a catamaran.
Well, that was boring. I don't know. I tried. Oh, well, thank you, Candy Box, for the super chat. Finally, y'all have shit to discuss. ADR and Dixter. Oh, yeah, by the way, just while that's on my mind, apparently my name is Craig and your name is Adrian.
Yeah.
Like,
you gotta do a shirt. We gotta do a t-shirt, Craig and Adrian.
That, like, if y'all are in the dark, yeah, Dr. Heavenly called me Craig and she called Alex Adrian on our separate lives. Also, thank you to Paige. Alex, get a super box. You can access all new movies from your smart TV. I'll DM you.
Oh,
Thank you for the super chats. We appreciate it. And, these are our Cash App handles as well. If you want to, put a tip in the tip jar. But we were talking about Martha's Vineyard. So, yeah, my question was, if you could delete any Housewives franchise, one, to make way for a new one, what would it be? Which franchise? And y'all can put it in the chat, if y'all want to participate as well. I would delete Dubai. I think there's no use for it anymore. And we can either get Real Housewives of Chicago, Real Housewives of Vegas, or Real Housewives of New Orleans.
Wow. I mean, he just a quick cut.
So we have New York, we have New Jersey in the chat.
Jersey.
Like, you would delete Jersey.
Delete it. Delete them from our collective consciousness. I would love for none of us to know what a Teresa Giudice is. Like, that's how far my delete will go. Not just stop it. Delete all 14 seasons. Delete them from our memories.
Oh, no, I just meant just cancel a franchise to make room for another one.
Okay, Jersey. And I'm with you. Chicago or New Orleans?
A lot of people like throwing hate to New York. I mean, give these women a chance. They just had one season.
A bad one.
At least it was mid at the most. Dubai, they had their second chance and it's flopping. So now New York, they have time to get it together. And look, this is the season. Hopefully they Hopefully they bring it, and I'm not, disappointed, but we'll see.
I feel like if you're flopping your first season like Dubai, you're gonna flop your second.
I mean, was Salt Lake City a hit out the gate?
I think so.
Was it?
I might have to. It would be a great time to revisit the first season before the second one comes out. I mean, before the fifth one comes out. But
a lot of Patrol X. A lot of people want to delete
Mary Grandfather Fucker. Oh yeah, it was a hit. It was a hit.
Okay.
And Jen pre-jail.
Jen pre-jail, yeah. We haven't heard a peep from her. I hope it stays that way.
I was gonna say prison kind of does that.
Look,
you're outside with your contact with the outside is limited, or you add to your time. That heifer is on her best behavior because she is ready to come out and get right back on the show.
Mm-hmm.
And I hate to say it, but I think Bravo is going to welcome her with arms wide open, and Heather Gay is going to welcome her with legs wide open.
I don't think so. No, after being convicted of stealing from old people, you're done. You're done. There's no.
She's paid her debt to society, and this is how she will pay her restitution.
We'll see. We'll see.
That's the story they're going to go with.
And
there is the argument of, okay, once you get out of jail, when do we say enough? When do we stop punishing you? Is it just we're going to be cruel to you forever?
Well, true. I mean, I don't know. Maybe she could get a spinoff show, her rehabilitation, but I don't think she should be going on trips or I don't want to see that. But I'm sure Monica is going to have something to say on day one. I guarantee you, she's going to have a podcast that premieres the same week as Salt Lake City. You heard it here first.
And you're giving Cheyenne prediction right now. I love it. Oh, and also Cheyenne Prediction is the book that Sinclair was reading on Living Single, published by the Warwick Press, as in Dionne Warwick's Psychic Friends Hotline. So that's what the joke is from.
Oh. Thank you, Willie Fordham, for the super chat. Are you guys going to review the new Lee Daniels movie on Netflix?
I am actually. I finished it last night. I'm in the middle of editing. I still have to record the ending. It is good. It's Lee. I know. I can't believe it either. But no, it is really good. I mean, Andra Day is an incredible actress. Glenn Close. Everybody was acting their face off. And then it's real, the movie is it's in two parts. And it goes from the interesting story about the family to horror. And it is scary. It is good. It is a wild ride. It's not corny. It's not trite. It's real. It is high-end Black horror. Finally, Lee Daniels, you got that motherfucking right.
Well, someone tweeted that Lee Daniels is just Tyler Perry out the closet. I agree.
Oh.
You never heard that?
No.
Oh.
Tyler Perry's big ass could never fit in a closet. He's in a tent. But
yeah.
But no, this honestly, I really felt like Tyler Perry makes Lee Daniels look like Steven Spielberg.
Yeah. I can agree with that.
Because Lee doesn't do everything on his own, because he's willing to collaborate, pay other people, and work with other writers and other creators, he gets a better product than Tyler Perry every time.
Well, everyone is looking forward to your review of The Deliverance. And do you think Tyler Perry is gay though? Maybe he just likes to cross dress.
I think, no, I'm sorry. Heterosexual men never make us question their heterosexuality. Heterosexual men, you know what they do? They are proud of their wives. They parade their wives. They love their wives. They talk about their wives. They don't get on podcasts and tell Black women that they should settle for a man that can pay the light bill. They would bring up their wife because their wife ain't selling for no man that paid for the light bill. That's how heterosexual men act. That conversation alone lets you know. Why didn't he mention his wife? Private, like, oh, I'm so private. I'm so private. Mm-hmm.
He just gives me that kind of like that Rocky Horror Picture Show vibes where it's like, he probably has a suit on, but he's wearing like women's panties or something.
Yes, a thong.
Like silk panties. I feel like that's what he wears. I don't know how to
think about Miss Muffet or her Tuffet.
I'm sorry. I'm just like Tyler Perry in the silk panties.
I'm trying to eat.
I know. Oh my God.
God. A red silk panty or a blue?
I was thinking a light lilac. Like a shade of pink.
Or like lavender.
Something soft. Yeah, lavender. What color do y'all think Tyler panties are? I'm kidding. Anyway, I don't think I can watch Deliverance. I mean, I'm not a horror person in general, so you let me know how it is. Well, I mean, I'm gonna wait for your review.
If you're not a horror person, then you wouldn't like it, because that's right, you don't like horror.
Right.
But I'll say the acting was great. The acting was great. Like Andra Day, woo, you feel it.
Mm-hmm.
Although Lee Daniels, like, can you stop writing about abusive mothers or borderline abusive mothers? Can you, like, some mothers love their kids. Some of them do. Some of them do. I'm sorry if that wasn't your experience. I know they say write what you know, but I'm sick of mean mommy every time I look up in your face. Look up at your shit.
So someone said that was one of his characters on Sisters, Chris. Wow. Didn't know that. And then we have people participating: mauve, red lace, baby pink, teal. Oh God. Could you imagine if we were like an actual like network show? We would get canceled immediately.
I think that's we just find a different way to ask the same questions.
Right. Thank you to, I think someone sent me a Cash App. I had to thank them. Oh, thank you, Tam, for Tubi movie reviews on edibles.
And that's an important cause to donate to.
Yeah.
Because you need an edible for a Tubi movie. And speaking of Tubi, Zeus is apparently the second popular social, streaming website after Amazon.
What does
according
that mean?
To them.
That's the part. According to them.
According to them.
Not Nielsen, to them.
I don't think Nielsen tracks streaming.
I feel like, don't they? Like, don't they have the streaming numbers or something like that? Like, who all watched?
It depends on I don't know if these networks give it to them. They're also secretive with their numbers.
Well, I mean, I'm not going to underestimate Zeus, because a lot of people love trash TV. I don't watch it. I just can't. Like, after I watched that one show, I was like, yeah, these people don't care about the well-beings of anyone. This is like strictly for greed. This is bottom of the barrel. Like, no, I can't support it.
I will say that I that watching that one little boy get bullied on that show, I couldn't watch it either. I was like, this is making me sick. I can't watch somebody get bullied. Now, if it's a fair fight, it's a fair fight. But they literally tried to push that boy into a fight. And I'm like, now leave him alone.
Oh, yeah, they were pushing him to fight. And I'm just like, what?
Exactly. It's like, no, look, if you want to start some mess, start some mess. But start some mess with somebody your own size. Don't go and pick on somebody that you know you can beat up, that it's obvious. That's trifling.
Yes, I think we were talking about Bad Boys, y'all. It's such a terrible show. Like,
I'll say, at least with baddies, they have the girls square up with an equal weight class. They don't have the big girls beating on the little girls.
I reviewed it for my Patreon, and yeah, midway through, I was like, I regret this. But since I'm a creature of habit, and I like to follow things through to the very end. Oh, Chris, Monica from Salt Lake City, and Up and Adam have a podcast called the Salt Tea Podcast. Well, all right. I don't trust her though. So, like, she just lies
consistently.
Right. So I really can't, trust anything she says. Oh, speaking of that, we're talking about, liars and bottom of the barrel. So Katie just comes out of nowhere. Katie Rost from Potomac.
Yes.
And she drops this picture with her and Monique's ex-husband, Chris Samuels. She is like clinging to him for dear life. Like on the side of his shoulder, like this. Yeah. I'm just like.
That's the same look I get on my face when I meet a man with a decent IRA.
True. But what was the first thing you thought of when you saw it? First thought.
Charity.
Charity?
It was very charitable of him to take that picture.
I thought it was, I said desperate. I said desperate and gross because, I don't know. Clearly, she wanted attention because if you look on her profile, y'all, and I think you have more followers than her, she has like, she does, like, she has like 9,000 followers. She doesn't even have 10,000 followers. But you can see in her post after that, she posted, oh wow, like the publications that she made. Yeah. I like Monique, and I just feel like it was just really disrespectful. I'm not sure if she was trying to be on some Alexis, whatever her name is, Bellini or something from OC.
Bellino.
Oh, Bellino, whatever. But it just seemed just really desperate. I'm just like, Katie, they're not going to hire your crazy ass back. They're not.
Like we all want you to heal before you end up like Wendy.
I don't know. I just think a screw is loose, like a few of them. Like, this is what she said. Let's see. I flirt hard, and when I see a good one, I go for it. Now, I bet Chris don't even know that she posted that picture with that caption. And like, that's what I think. I don't think nothing going on between the two of them. She just wanted some attention. Now, if it is true, then I guess, stay tuned. But either way, it's given very, very desperate.
She doesn't even have custody of her children. He ain't interested in her.
Yeah, like, in what world? Like, doesn't she have, like, she has 2 or 3 kids?
3.
3, and then he has kids as well that he's still taking care of. I mean, I just think it's just really disrespectful to Monique, and she knows what she's doing. So I'm sure all eyes are on Monique's reaction, and I think the best one to do is just to ignore it.
I think Monique does not give a crap about what that crazy girl's doing. She is at home counting her child support, spousal support, and divorce settlement from one of her 4 homes. 4 homes.
And I'm sure she has access to his portfolio and what do you call it when they get older?
Retirement.
His retirement and something else.
An annuity?
Maybe it's the retirement. I think it's his retirement. I don't know. It's
life
like
insurance. She's probably on the life insurance too. When he drops, she'll get something. He's a high net worth individual.
Pension. Thank you. That was the word I was looking for.
Pension. Yes.
Live show, y'all. But yeah, I think Katie is the physical embodiment of the word delulu. Right? She gives desperate, delusional. I'm just disappointed because I really used to like Katie. Damn, I should have put her on my list too. Most disappointing housewives of all time.
Well, speaking of someone else that's disappointing, Krishan Rock was charged with possession and intent to distribute. Guess how much weed she had?
I think I saw that story. A pound?
A pound. A pound. A pound. A pound. That's a lot. Like, y'all don't know. Like, unless you know, if you know, you know. If you don't, I'm trying to. How can we break down what a pound would be? That's a lot.
It's like a brick.
And like, imagine all of this is seasoning.
That is a lot.
That's a lot. You're not like that's not a weekend trip. You would go through, let's see, like you wouldn't even go through like a quarter pound is a lot. I would say if you and like maybe 4 other people are going to Fire Island for 3 days, a quarter pound would be appropriate. Because then you can still have some to come back.
So I guess to break it down for people, what's in a normal, how much amount is in like a normal, like
when you purchase?
Yeah. Like how much?
Let's see. Probably 1/5 of an eighth would be in a decent joint.
Okay. So
what you normally purchase is 3.5 grams. So 0.5 grams would be in a joint, giving you 7 joints per bag.
So how many joints can you make out of a pound of weed?
Oh my God. Yeah, that's like a month's worth. Not even. maybe a month's worth.
Well,
I don't speak weed either.
Someone messaged me something. I wanted to go back to it.
But yeah, that's definitely you're selling if you've got a pound. That's a lot. That's a lot.
Oh, someone said they saw me on the train last night. You could have spoke. Like I went to Boxers last night and someone came up to me and I was just like, thank you so much. He was like, he loves PopRoast. Like he liked me on the panel. And I was just like, thank you so much because I tell people like I'm the nicest person. Like I know I look like I'm in my own world. When you see me, like I look a little serious. I'm really reserved in person.
It's just the air up there. That's all it is.
But yeah, like I was just sitting by myself while my friend was at the bar and he came up and I was just like, oh, thank you very much. I appreciate that. So yes, if you was on the train, say hello. Even though
that's how we met. We were on the train and you said hello.
Yeah.
And here we are, 7 years.
Jesus. 6 years, right?
7.
We're going on 7. It's 6 years.
This is the 7th anniversary. Last year was 6.
But 2018, I believe, was when we like first met.
Was
Or
it
when we did our first show.
Was it 2018 or was it 2017?
Can y'all let me know when did Black Panther come out? The first Black Panther.
Ooh. Black Panther. 2018. Okay, Black Panther was 2018.
And then
okay, so it's 6 years.
We did a Quiet Place too, like the first Quiet Place.
Okay.
When was the first Quiet Place?
2020. Oh wait, the first Quiet Place?
Yeah, the first Quiet
2018.
Place. Okay, so yeah, I believe we did our first video together. Like, it was Black Panther.
Where did they get 7 from?
I mean, look, it's been a long road, y'all.
So long, I fast forwarded a year. Wow. Right.
But we're going on.
I feel so much younger now.
So yeah, someone told me to leave Katie alone. Katie needs to leave other people's exes alone. Okay? Let me see. What is on the docket? Oh, sad news today. Like Fatman Scoop, he passed at 53. Isn't that crazy?
It's so sad. And didn't I know he did a couple of tour stops with Missy Elliott.
Right, and he was on tour like when he collapsed, and I guess he got to the hospital and he died the next day. Very sad. They didn't say the cause or whatever, but I will say, like, Black men especially, we need to take care of ourselves. Like, make sure we go to the doctor, and like, I'm not sure what happened though, but I'm just saying in general, there's a lot of us, leaving Earth earlier. Like we can make it 60.
We have to take care of ourselves.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, because 53 is too young.
Yeah. Hell, I mean, I have to say Joe Biden. Joe Budden, like he just turned 44. I thought he was 53. Like, look how he's aging rapidly.
That's drugs.
Right. But yeah, rest in peace to Fatman Scoop. I know Timbaland is going through it.
Ooh.
Missy too, probably. It's always the good ones, like why aren't the evil people dropping?
I'm not gonna, you know what? I was about to say something and I'm not gonna, ooh, it's live. And I was about to say could have been, but I didn't. I almost said, I almost got could have been, but I didn't say it. I didn't say it. Thought it.
I'm glad you didn't. But I think you're all thinking it.
I got a couple names.
Hashtag I got a couple names. But yes, someone pointed out Magoo, Aaliyah, Fatman Scoop. Like, geez.
Magoo's not with us anymore.
Yes, he passed, I believe, last year.
Oh, damn.
Wasn't he young too?
Yeah.
Jeez.
Well, in that news, Priscilla Rainey has filed a motion asking a judge to force the rapper The Game to sell his house in Calabasas to satisfy the $7 million judgment that she was successfully awarded after she sued him for sexual battery. Now, this is very interesting because he's got Evelyn's hammerhead daughter pregnant. And now that baby ain't even going to have a home. Well, you know what? They got a whole new reality show. This is the premise for a whole new reality show. Evelyn, her hammerhead daughter, and The Game all living under one roof because this heifer done took his house.
Hasn't she been trying to get that money
Yep.
At least 7 years? It's been like how long?
She has been on his ass like breath, like skin.
And this all came from The Game show, right?
Mm-hmm.
That's crazy. Like it was from a dating show that she was on, and wow. I hope she collected something.
She's gotten about 500,000, but because of interest, the debt keeps rising. So he owes about 8, and that's why she wants the house in Calabasas.
We have an update on one of the stories we did with Judge Mathis and his wife filing for divorce after 39 years. He was approached, I think, by TMZ or I don't know, whoever. And he said that when he was asked about infidelity, he said neglect was the reason. He was just like, he said it in a way where it's just like, well, neglect can lead to suspicions, you know? So he didn't really, the way he answered the question was pretty weird, but he said that he is trying to get his wife back.
After 40 years, I say let it go.
I think he should stay like that long. I don't know. After 40 years, like what? I mean, maybe she's still young. I mean, hey, when you're that age, you want to be happy finally. I mean, yeah, I guess I changed my mind.
That's why I say if it's y'all had 40 great years and she said it's done, it's done. Women don't just say it's done after 40 years for no good reason. She's not just gonna pop back up. No, she done. She's done. She's been done for probably a good 7.
Okay. Well, they had that reality show. I thought everything was like.
The second they get a reality show, that means something's wrong in the marriage.
Yeah.
I think that is a huge. The second you get a reality show, oh, so you're getting a divorce.
Okay. And they live in California, right? I'm pretty sure she's just going to get half his money.
Half of everything.
Yeah, the retirement, especially the retirement.
I mean, now at 40 years, at that juncture, we would just lead separate lives. I'm not going to fart up the money. I'm not going to waste money on a lawyer. I'll take my half, you take yours. I get the summer house these months, you get the summer house these months, and that's that.
I mean, someone said, is Alex eating those chips for me? I mean, you always eat on live. People should just be used to it. Like, you should just ask him, Alex, what are you eating today?
That's what
pretty much.
I'm hungry.
But yeah, there's really nothing more to say about Judge Mathis, but I can pretty much see that he's an annoying person. Maybe his wife was just tired of his mouth. I love how he's accepting of his son, though. His son got engaged on the show.
I think that's really sweet. But yeah, I could see her just being like, oh my God, I have heard you pontificate for 40 years. My ears are ringing. I want at least 10 years on this earth of peace and quiet, and I can't have that with you. That's what I'd say to him, and I haven't even married him.
So I'm not sure if we discussed this, but there has officially been a Wendy Williams sighting. Like the photo, she looks okay, decent, and her son is there with her too. I don't think we're gonna, get Wendy back, but I'm just glad that she's okay and she's still with us.
Yeah, and had some money to go shopping.
Yeah, I mean, she didn't look like disheveled or anything. She just looked like, she looks okay.
I hope that she's doing well.
Let's hope she gets kind of like a Lindsay Lohan type glow up. Like, because Lindsay finally is just at a point where I feel like we don't have to worry about her anymore. She just finished filming a movie. It's going to be really popular. I think Freakier Friday with Jamie Lee Curtis. Like, I think 2025 is going to be Lindsay's year. where the gigs are gonna come. You know, Hollywood hate giving up on white women.
Girl.
Like, look, they love giving the white women a chance.
They will dig one up from the grave, perform necromancy. I swear to God.
Yeah.
If they could bring Anne Heche back to life, I swear to God they would. She'd have a fucking Oscar the next year if they could bring her back.
True. I just wish, I thought when Britney Spears was finally free that, things would get better, but I can't even follow her because I have her on mute because I don't want to unfollow Britney Spears, but it's just, I get uncomfortable. Like, she has that makeup that's like just crude and then just spinning around in her mansion, which is fine. She's not hurting anybody, but I just feel like she's just not there. I don't know. Like, and then like the bunching of her breasts, like she did close-ups of this.
What?
And then like she has these shorts on and she be like kind of pulling them down to her pelvic area. You don't be seeing that?
I don't follow Britney.
Lucky you.
I like to remember her as she was. I am sorry that she's going through.
Well, she's not going through it. She's just, I don't know. Like, I just feel worried for her all the time. Like, I thought it would be better once, everyone got her out of the conservatorship, but I don't know. Maybe it was a mistake. Maybe we just needed a different person to oversee her.
Yeah, she didn't need as tight of a leash, but she needs somebody. Nah.
Right. Gosh.
She needs somebody that can say, Not a full no, just, oh. That's what she needs. A minder.
Yeah.
Somebody to get that phone out of her hands every couple hours.
Yeah. Nah, her state deteriorated before the conservatorship. Well, I like to remember Britney when I saw her at her peak, when I saw her for the first time in concert. That was my first concert. So,
wow.
Yep, 2001. Oh, so we have not talked about Basketball Wives, and I must say, this season, it's so much better than last season. They stepped it up a little bit. And I did not anticipate seeing Laura. Like that was a little bit of a gag for me. I thought they were going to just bring Sunday back, but what do you know of Laura Gavon? Because I don't know her like that. Like, I didn't watch Basketball Wives LA. The first few seasons.
I referred to her as Laura because it's her and her sister, interchangeable hussies. I know they both slept with Shaq. Like, they've been, as far as I know, like real down and dirty skeezers on the scene to get their basketball player husbands or baby fathers.
I have not heard the term skeezer in a really long time.
Gloria Jovan definitely is a skeezer.
Mm-hmm. Did you watch the last episode?
Yes, I did. Where where they brought Gloria out, or they were about to bring Gloria out.
Yeah.
Dinner, and then they ended it before they could get to the argument.
I'm here for the mess. I mean, I didn't know she had beef with Jackie, but I feel like everyone has beef with Jackie.
I mean, Jackie's a beefy heifer. There's a lot of beef there. Look at that neck. That neck is beef and fat. There's a lot to chew on.
When you think of that, just red meat hanging, I think of like, do you call it jowls?
Goiter.
Oh, okay.
Or jowls is this. Vicki Gunvalson is jowls. That's okay. This is a goiter. And this would be a turkey waddle. Shannon Bedore would have a turkey waddle.
But you call her Necky Christie, right?
But yet Necky Christie's Necky Christie because of the fat around the neck. That fat goiter. Kimora Simmons was getting that. That fat goiter around the neck. That thick ring when the neck fat starts to bulge. That's a goiter.
So what kind of neck?
When you cut it open, it looks like brisket.
What kind of neck does Giselle have then?
A baby goiter.
Okay.
Baby goiter.
Because I really do need to see, like, why do we call Giselle neck?
Because that neck, because the neck draws so much attention to itself.
Okay. And y'all are just going off in the comments. Shawarma neck, gravy boat neck. I'm also confused just why Evelyn all of a sudden like just invited Jackie on the trip. Oh, she's accepting accountability. Like it did not make a lick of sense.
Production told Evelyn to do that because they didn't have anything else to talk about.
Exactly. I totally agree.
It was obvious.
But it's just the hypocrisy, and I just don't know where the group dynamics is where it is. Jackie, open mouth, chunky neck.
Open mouth, chunky neck. Because on Power, I used to say there was this lesbian detective, and I called her closed mouth, chunky heel, because she always talked with her mouth very closed in a New York accent. Because I'm never going to let my teeth separate from each other, but I'm going to let you know how irritated I am. So she was closed mouth, and she always had on a chunky heel.
Please, can you send me just like an example of her talking?
Okay.
What's her name?
Closed mouth, chunky.
No. Her real name.
Oh, hold on. I gotta look her up.
You even know this woman's name? You call her closed mouth.
I don't know anybody's name.
Chunky.
Yes. I don't know. Let's see. Blanca Rodriguez. Okay, the actress is Monica Gabrielle Kernan.
And what was the
character she played is Blanca Rodriguez.
On what show?
Power.
Okay. All right. Because I still I've always seen it you do it and Dustin do it, but I just never seen where the inspiration came from.
Okay, yeah, I'll have to send you a clip of her specifically.
Can you do it one more time for the audience?
Closed mouth, chunky heel.
That is hilarious. Y'all try it at home. It is hilarious. Closed mouth, chunky heel. Just try to do that in the mirror. You have to you bust out laughing at yourself. She was obsessed with ghosts.
She was because they what?
I never watched Power.
You would like it. Maybe it could be one of your new reviews. It's a good meaty show. Lots of Omari Hardwick's ass. That's worth watching it for alone.
Nah, I didn't know that. Okay. What season?
All. It's ass from beginning to end.
Why was he naked so much?
Because he was cheating on his wife.
Oh, okay. Wow. Wow, y'all said
his ass got a lot of subscribers over the stars. It should get its own award.
Okay. What topic were we talking about? How did we get here?
No idea.
Oh, we were talking about basketball. What?
Oh, I was going to say, well, that shows you how interesting I thought the season's been.
Right. I mean, it's been an okay season. I don't know. It's been fun to review.
I guess so. I guess it has. It's been nice petty drama, especially when Jackie said Evelyn's been with her dogs. See that little one with the leg shake?
Right. And the man,
Oh God.
cameraman zooming in on it. Yeah.
that I'm like, yes, let's get reality TV back to this. More, let's make the accusation so wild that it's funny. Oh, that I can understand now. I can kind of get when Evelyn said, "That's the nutty Jackie Christie I miss."
Mm. Yeah. I don't have like these were all my topics. So
How are we going to save Red Lobster?
so I'm from New Orleans and I've only been to Red Lobster maybe once in my life. So we just never really needed it. So I'm used to a world with no Red Lobster. You liked it that much?
Well, it's more, I will say, we've gotten to be very privileged and live in major coastal cities where seafood is abundant and just part of life. I have also lived in places that were not so fortunate. And that's the only place that they can get some decent scampi and a cheddar bay biscuit. I mean, Beyonce sang about it. I thought it would be important to you. And she is also from the same area. So if Beyonce can find value in Red Lobster and I can find value in Red Lobster, I'm really surprised. On this, we differ. But you know what?
Beyonce is from Houston, Texas,
I
and
said the area.
that is still far away. Like that, Texas, Houston is 5 hours from New Orleans.
There's nothing in between, so it doesn't count.
I'm just saying, you can ask any person from New Orleans, do they like Red Lobster? They will look at you crazy because there's too many like Creole seafood places. You like with fresh seafood. Why would we go to a Red Lobster? But yes, I understand. Like I would go out the house and try to save Cheesecake Factory or maybe
Oh,
Maggiano's or PF Chang's. I'd be like,
okay.
oh my God.
It's the same. It's the same. It's just seafood for people that like. I mean, my God, do you know how much lobster is out here?
Mm-hmm.
I didn't realize until I moved here that they only have lobster on the East Coast.
Huh.
So a lobster out here is like, I got 2 lobsters for $85.
Oh man. I mean, I'm sure you savored it.
I was so flabbergasted. I mean, they were big, but I was so flabbergasted, and I was like, "Why is it so much?" And they're like, "Well, they're from New England." And I'm like, "Why don't you get them out here?" And they're like, "They don't grow out here. We don't have lobsters here. That's not how the earth works."
He said that to you?
Well, I turned it. No one's that funny or interesting but me. Come on now.
Okay, I wasn't sure if he was just getting like, because I'll ask a question, to someone, but don't get snappy or sarcastic with me if I'm actually asking a question. I would be so pissed if someone did that to me. Like, oh my God. Can I tell you this quick story? I think I told this to you before, but I went to this place because they're shutting down all the dispensaries here in New York, but one of them was in Lower East Side. And you know how in Cali, like they would have, specials, like buy one, get one on edibles or something because they were like $25, $18 or something. So then I asked this retailer, like, oh, well, are there any specials? Because I'm buying like almost $200 worth of product for me and a friend. And he's like, No, it's kind of like, would you go to Louis Vuitton and ask them, do you have like special? Look, he was lucky I didn't curse his ass out. He was lucky I didn't curse his ass
Oh,
out.
I wish I had been there. My mouth is ready. Oh my God. First the fuck off.
Right.
First the fuck off. I don't see not near Louis nor Vuitton. Second the fuck off, you are selling a product that expires. So eventually it will go on sale before it expires or you'll lose money. So again, acting like you Louis motherfucker.
I was like, sir, y'all get this shit shipped from Cali. I get most of my weed from Cali, like my edibles, which the ones you're selling it twice like the cost. So please save me. But I was just like, I kept it cool and I kept it cute. I was really surprised at like my restraint. But yes. It was just edibles, y'all. It wasn't even like a particular strand of weed.
And I get edibles on sale all the time. I'm so glad you reminded me. They have a special today at the place up the street from me.
Right, like when you spent like maybe like $80 to $100 at like a dispensary, they'd be like, oh, this is also like 20% off, or you could get something else for free.
Or you get points.
Yeah, that's why I'm just like, why did he bring up Louis Vuitton? Oh my God. And fast forward, they're out of business because, the mayor's been shutting shit down. So, love.
Oh. Yeah, I'm a rewards member. I always get points. You get like 10% off every 200 or something like that.
Thank you, Paige, again for the super chat. Alex, there's a live seafood place in Oakland. I'll DM you the location. Paige just got all the hookups today.
DM me, Paige, because I actually I could see taking a little food adventure over to Oakland. It's such a nice day today, and somebody's been bouncing around the house like they want to go somewhere. Come here, Peppers. Come here.
Yeah, speaking of which, it is 4 p.m. here, so most of my day is over.
Well, it's 1, and there is this place, especially since Keith Lee has got me thinking about food more and more.
Oh, God. We forgot to talk about that. This is our last story, y'all. Please do not attack me for what I have to say. DC is in a frenzy. Like, because of what he said. I think this was at the beginning of the week. And it's just like, again. And I'm just thinking, this is just my opinion. First of all, I just feel like he only goes to certain places that sell certain things. Like, I just feel like he may have like a limited palate to me. He already can't eat seafood. So you're already cutting out all that. And then most of it is just like mac and cheese, fried chicken wings, ribs. Like, it's just, how many more places can you go? That's all I'm saying. I mean, I'm glad that he does what he does, but what really annoyed me was you just can't give a negative review. Is that what you're supposed to do? Could you imagine if I only just did positive reviews?
Right. Like, you don't have to tear a place down. You can point out how it can be better. You can firmly say, this wasn't for me, and here's why, and back it up rather than just being like, I'm just going to tear your restaurant down and you should never. There's a way to have constructive criticism, and you can't be afraid to give it. You can say, I ordered this plate and it was a miss, and we're going to talk about why, so that way you can improve, and next time I come back, hopefully it'll be better.
Yeah, and I just think maybe he should, I guess with his food decisions, maybe he's like a best soul food, but it just can't be just food in general, because when he says he doesn't like something with DC, and I'm not even defending DC. It's just, you can't just judge DC off of the few places that sell wings, burgers, mac and cheese, the same stuff. That's all.
Really. And it does seem a little repetitive, but
Yes.
there's this place in Oakland that I keep seeing on my Instagram feed, and it's always like deal of the day, and it's like oxtail and macaroni and cheese, and it's like $30 for this big plate, and I'm like, I want some oxtail. I haven't had oxtail in so long. And then when I had it, it was Chinese oxtail, which was good, but I want Jamaican oxtail.
Yeah. And I just think there's nothing wrong with just being honest. Like, I just want to hear what he actually thinks. But this whole like Nam Myoho Renge Kyo shit that he does, it's just so like eye rolling. Like, sometimes the food is going to be bad.
That, you know what? That's a good point, because now you're deceiving us, your viewer, because everything ain't that damn good.
Right. And I'm just like, how many more times I have to see him try a burger or something? Like, someone said it in the chat, like, I want him to visit more ethnic restaurants, like Latin, Asian, African.
That's true. There is more to a city, there's more to a foodscape, and there is more to all of our palates than just soul. We go to other different restaurants. We like tacos. We like Italian. We like all the different types of Asian food, not just, our bodega Chinese. We enjoy a Korean barbecue or a Japanese steakhouse as well.
Yeah, but I'm just saying, if that's the case, like, he can stick to the food that he normally does, but I just think he could be like, oh well, I'm doing soul food reviews and stuff like that, just soul food.
And if he don't eat seafood, he need a co-host that do, because I don't know how you gonna review food for Black people and not talk and not have seafood. You done X out half the shit. I mean, I could just think about like famous like fish places in our old neighborhood. There was Famous Fish on 145th and St. Nick, and that place was so good that when that fucking they had an explosion, the oven was in the middle of the street, they rebuilt, and a line stayed out the door to this day. I bet you right now, I could get on a plane, head over there. There will be a line by the time I get there, because they close at 11.
Just imagine it. They're like, y'all, the kitchen really exploded and the oven launched into the street. The power, because an oven is heavy. That's why I'm just like, an oven just flew out during the blast. Anyway, thank you to Adorable for the super chat. You guys forgot what happened in Atlanta. They threatened him and his family. Did they?
I remember there was some type of dust up in Atlanta.
I mean, I think it was because of the service.
Well, he exposed the horrible service in Atlanta. Him talking about Atlanta, everything I hear about Atlanta makes me not want to go. Like, I'm not paying. One, I don't have a car, so I guess I wouldn't have to worry about valet. I feel like they try to charge me valet for Uber. I feel like they'd be like, "Oh, sir, there's a $10 charge to get out of your Uber." I'm like, I'm not doing that. I'm not doing it at all in any shape, form, or fashion.
ATL folks don't know how to act. I ain't saying all that. I'm reading the comment, y'all. I didn't say that.
Amy and TJ Holmes confirm Rocky romance reports. Why did you think that coming out as a couple that were having an affair was going to work out for you? Because that's really what it is. Y'all are mad that the public is not eating y'all. No one cares. Like, honestly, your affair wasn't even that interesting. You got fired for it. And now your little podcast ain't take off. And now your romance is shitty. Meanwhile, y'all partners have gotten together with each other. Why did you think this was going? Y'all could have just gotten a divorce. And then it might have been interesting. You didn't know how to timeline it.
I haven't even heard anything about them recently.
Because nobody cares, and they're begging us to care, but we're not.
He had. I just don't understand. Like TJ Holmes, like just had it all, and just messed it up, and it just replaced his ass with someone that just kind of almost give the same energy he does. He's allegedly gay, so that helps too. So he won't be like, at least harassing women there. I'm just being honest. He's allegedly, y'all. I ain't putting anybody's tea out. But we have at least 80 friends in common, so survey says,
It's like, we do know the same people.
Right. I'm just saying, like, I used to swoon over TJ Holmes when I lived in Atlanta, and he would come to the sports bar that I worked at. Fine. And just like, how he just, I don't know, just threw it all away over what?
Nothing. Because now it looks like they're going to break up in probably a year.
Anywho, we went over time today, 15 minutes over.
I guess we have. My goodness.
I mean, I'll see y'all sooner than, I guess, Katie Ross sees Bravo.
And I'll see you sooner than we see the date for Married to Medicine season premiere. Yeah. Well, on that note, see y'all later.
Bye. Next week.